Developing here at 5, a huge relief for former Seattle Supersonics star Shawn Kemp, who just learned he will not have to spend 9 months in jail. Kemp was sentenced today for firing shots in the parking lot of the Tacoma Mall back in 2023 during a dispute over stolen property. Good evening, I'm Molly Shen.
And I'm Preston Phillips. Prosecutors wanted Kemp to serve time in jail, but his defense attorney said the victims provoked Kemp and shot at him first. KOMO's Jeremy Harris live outside the Pierce County Courthouse this evening. Jeremy, Kemp had a lot of support there.
Well, and he had a lot on the line when he walked into the courthouse here in Tacoma today. He was facing the reality of spending potentially months in jail for this, but by this afternoon, he was able to walk out of the courthouse with his family. Now, this during a 3-hour sentencing hearing this afternoon. Prosecutors argued that Kemp unnecessarily fired 4 shots at men that he accused of stealing his cell phone. Kemp pleaded guilty to second-degree assault earlier this year, but his defense attorney said that not only did Kemp take responsibility for his actions, but the 2 men who he shot at were suspected of breaking into Kemp's car and stealing things, and also both had lengthy criminal records. Kemp said that he heard a shot come from inside their car before he fired. Now, the judge determined that Kemp will have to serve 30 days of electronic home monitoring, do community service, and then be under court supervision for a year. We were able to talk with Kemp just after the hearing, and here's what he told us.
I'm frustrated at myself because I believe I could have made a better decision with the law. And I think sometimes when you take the law into your hand, the problem becomes bigger. And I think that's what happened with this case. Just by me taking the law into my hand. A simple phone call probably could have handled this.
Now, that shooting happened back in March of 2023. Now, in court, we did learn some new details about that shooting and who Kemp shot at, including the fact that, according to the defense, 3 months later, one of the men who was shot at by Kemp apparently shot another man in Renton multiple times, thinking that it was Kemp. Now, the judge here agreed with the defense attorneys that there was no need for him to serve a jail sentence, and also took into consideration some of the actions of the 2 men who there were accused of stealing Kemp's cell phone before all of this kicked off in the first place. Now, in court today, we heard not only from Kemp himself, we also heard from his personal attorney, as well as his wife and several people who were there to support him. As I was watching him through this hearing, you could tell this really weighed on him, and he was emotional at times, especially while his wife was talking about the impact that Shawn Kemp has had on the community here in the years while he was also an NBA Supersonics player, and in the years since he's become a community leader and a local business owner. For him today, though, a major win. Reporting live in Pierce County, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.